Hello there, internet dwellers, welcome back to another video. Today we are reacting to an analog horror that completely slipped through my fingers. It was uploaded like 3 years ago now, and I don't know how I've never seen this before. It's called Somnium Dream Viewer, and it's by Somnium Dream Viewer. I don't think they're uploaded anymore. They literally uploaded this series and ended it there, but it's a fantastic series about a certain company, a nefarious company that is using your dreams and doing something dodgy and demonic almost to your brain when you're sleeping using this device, and it gets very deep and very detailed, and I highly recommend you go watch this for yourself. The playlist will be in the description down below, so please go watch it for yourself. Like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we're just going to jump straight into the first video. Overview: Somnium Dream Viewer. An overview of your new Somnium Dream Viewer from Somnium Microtechnologies. Cassette 1 of... I think there's 10 tapes altogether, guys. So let's jump straight into this. The first video. I don't know if I've actually reacted to this yet. Like in the past. It doesn't ring a bell to me. Oh, I need my coffee. It should be an interesting one. I can't believe like this one slipped through my fingers. Right, is this going to do the voice for me, or... Nope, let's do it then.
Congratulations on your purchase of Somnium Dream Viewer from Somnium Micro... That's really loud. You're about to embark on a journey of discovery into... Go back! You're about to embark on a journey of discovery into the most mysterious realm of all. The world of your dreams.
Okay, I like the sound of that. Dreams are very strange.
What is the Somnium Dream Viewer? The Somnium Dream Viewer from Somnium...
I can't keep doing that, guys. It sounds awful.
What did this? Well, the other way around. The Somnium Dream Viewer. No.
The Somnium Dream Viewer from Somnium... am I pronouncing that correctly? I feel like I'm not. From Somnium Microtechnologies scans your brain as you sleep, recording and storing data from the visual cortex. Okay. Electrode array control unit. Looks like something like a hearing aid before they became smaller. You know how everything was like big and clunky when they're first made, and they're like put down into like a little thing. That like memory, for example. You could like 500 kilobytes was stored in a huge freaking box, but now you can fit like 2 terabytes in something that's like this big, even smaller. How does it work? That's a good question. Step 1. The user goes to sleep and has a dream. I do beg your pardon. What was that? Looks like a smiley face. Okay. Step 2. The dream viewer records dream images from the user's visual cortex. Step 3. In the morning, the captured dream images are ready to print. Example of a dream imaged by Dream Viewer. It's Joe Rogan. It's not. Looks nothing like him. Charles Crawford, 32. Dream recorded October 8th, 1982. Somnium Dream Viewer. Bro, well, I would invest in this. I think a lot of people would too. Obviously, there's something nefarious going on with this company. They're using your dreams for data, maybe, or they're doing something with it that making you turning you into a bad person, maybe. But I think I would enjoy this, like watching back on your dreams and seeing things that maybe you didn't see before. Sorry, I can't understand this properly. Hang on a sec. Sense of wonder at the landscape that was revealed when there was no buildings in the way, but also loneliness. So it was like a liminal space. I walked through the maze of empty lots and streets. Give me a sec, guys. Let me just read it. I walked through the maze of empty lots and streets, heading closer to where my house was. On the way there, the sun set and the street lights turned on. Okay. Okay, I couldn't make out his features, but as I got closer, I could see that it looked like his body was made of dark blue pieces of newspaper or scraps of canvas. I'm gonna make a guess and say that maybe this dream viewer machine that they have imports something like a virus almost into your brain, and that virus is maybe this person, and everyone who buys this dream viewer might interact with this guy. That's pretty cool. I like this, man. Imaging questions and answers. Why do my dream viewer photos seem blurry or smeared? Deeper sleep results in clearer dream imagery. If your REM cycles are unstable, your dream viewer images may be affected. Try using supplements or changing your sleeping habits in order to get a better night's sleep. See pamphlet ABCs of ZZZs, or ZZZs as we say. It doesn't really roll off the tongue, because then you'd have to say AB... never mind. Why do my dream viewer photos lack color? Color spectra reproduction from the visual cortex impulses is often not exact. Make sure you're wearing your dream viewer securely throughout your sleep in order to maintain clear neural impulse readings. See guide section, fitting your dream viewer. How did I let this one slip through my fingers, man? What the hell? Why do I experience nightmares? Some unpleasant dreams are normal. When experiencing a nightmare, it is important to keep in mind that the things you witness are not real. It's all in your head. Let me read what that just said. We are trapped with you in your mind, waiting for you to return. Okay, so I think I'm onto something. It's like they import a virus into your head. To what end, though? Because if the only thing I think what a company like this would want is control of purchasing or whatever, or selling your data off to companies. Why would they want to import something evil into your head? What purpose does it serve? That's what you need to ask yourself. Like, does it make sense why they're doing this? If you experience an increase in the frequency of nightmares, stop using the dream viewer. If the nightmares do not stop after you cease using the dream viewer, call 1-800-DREAMER to speak to a licensed dream physician about dream suppressants. Dream suppressants. Apparently weed does that. Like marijuana, cannabis. Apparently that kind of gets rid of dreaming in a way. Make sure to call immediately. There's such thing as a dream physician? Is that a real thing? Thank you. This has been a presentation of Somnium Microtechnologies. Please use I don't know what that just said. Please see supplementary cassettes for additional information. Right, okay, I like the premise of this. I like how it started off. Like it's laying the foundation of there's this thing, but within this thing, something dark is happening. And it gets your brain going, okay, what could that be? What else is going to happen? Why are they doing this? This is how you set it up, guys. This is what an analog horror should do. It should leave you wanting answers to questions, and it will want you to watch on, which is what we're going to do right now. Legal action. Somnium Dream Viewer. Late night commercial recorded from local station. Circa 1985, cassette 2 of 10. We're just going to say 10 because there's 10 and it hasn't been uploaded like in 2 years now or something. Here we go. Legal action.
If you or a loved one was diagnosed with sleep paralysis, night terrors, waking dream hallucinations, permanent nightmare syndrome, or any nightmare-related disorder, in conjunction with use of the Somnium Dream Viewer or other Somnium Microtechnologies products, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
Oh, okay, cool.
The rise of nightmare-related disorders in this country in recent years has only worsened.
Damn.
Use of brain-affecting devices produced by Somnium Microtechnologies may have
Yeah.
put you at risk of dreams resulting in fear, despair, anxiety, and panic.
I like what this is implying. Like, I like how it's taken something that's completely natural, like nightmares, night terrors, sleep paralysis, all that stuff, and it's like, okay, so what if that was happening, but with this external thing that's creating nightmares in your head or whatever? I like that. It's like it's your... Because sleep paralysis is your body still being asleep and your mind like being completely awake, right? And then hallucinating or whatever. But what if those hallucinations are being manifested through this thing that you're wearing? Like a thought form from Greylock.
In rarer cases, use of these devices may also result in more serious symptoms. Don't delay. Call
Such
the
as?
number on your screen now for a free legal consultation and information packet. We know your dreams are important to you. This corruption of minds will not go unpunished. For those currently affected by these nightmares, we urge you to seek help in the form of dream suppressant medication.
Dream suppressant. That's depressing, man. Because I like my dreams in a way. It's a way like of me. I feel like your dreams are your subconscious talking to you. And if you were able to like vividly control your dreams, like I used to be able to do that. I used to record my dreams, and then at some point I used to be able to wake up within my dream and just kind of look around. And then I would go and speak to people in my dream, because in my head it's like, okay, this person is an extension of me. It's my subconscious. So if I were to ask this person a question about something maybe I'm dealing with that I don't know how to deal with, what would they answer back with? Is it something that I would want to know, or is it something, would a deeper part of me have the answer to that? Do you know what I mean? Dreams are fascinating. They fascinate me.
Easy doze. Relief from your worst nightmares.
I would... What does that say? Maximum strength dream suppressant controls nightmares up to 48 hours. So it's like pharmaceutica, like big pharma, right? I'm not going to say they cause the problem, but like, you know, foods, junk foods, all that stuff causes the problem, and then they have the solution to fix said problem. It's like if you were to cure and I get rid of, there would be no need for pharma if everything, like if you just had a cure. And I'm not going to get into big conspiracy theories, but I believe that a cure for cancer has been found. But it would be a loss of trillions, because big pharma is a $1 trillion industry, right? Trillions of dollars, I believe. Billions, hundreds of billions at least. And so if you're supplying the cure that will completely wipe out any medicine that you buy from them, there's no profit to be made. It's the same as peace. There's no profit to be made in peace. Maybe that's just a super pessimistic outlook on life. But I don't know. The more you grow up and the more you look at the world, the more you see like, yeah, there's evil people running this world. And you know, that's just my theory. That's my personal opinions. You don't have to believe that. I'm not trying to corrupt your mind with conspiracy theories. But we all have opinions, and, you know, the whole reason I said that was because maybe the same people who are supplying the cure are the same offshoot, like under the same umbrella as the people that cause those symptoms to happen in the first place. Like lost dogs, they followed us home. Now the house is theirs. Wait, what? Bro, they followed us home. Now the house is theirs. There we go. A house, what? That will never be healed. They did a good job of like showing what happens in the brain, like when seeing faces. There's that thing you do where like basically there's two boxes and they'll flash with different photos, and it tells you to focus on a red dot in the middle. And then your mind will start making up really, I don't know why it does this, why the mind does this, but it starts making up like really weird demonic faces. It's the same with like low light. When you look at yourself in the mirror, go look at yourself in like a low light environment, like candlelight. Just really look at yourself in the mirror and you'll just see your face start to warp. It's freaking weird, man. So Somnium Dreamviewer, the company behind that, or Microtechnology, I forgot what they're called. They're bad. Let's just say that. We know that they're bad. Let's move on to the next video. Dream locations. Somnium Dreamviewer. Interpreting dreams is an ancient art. Now, Somnium brings you a new method of dream interpretation for a new age. We begin with the basics, exploring common locations found in your dreams. Cassette 3 of 10. Okay, cool. I've got to say, I like this. Interpreting your dreams. Volume 1, locations. Let's see, baby. Okay, so that's the company, Somnium Microtechnologies. I've got something micro, gosh! No, stop speaking. Interpreting your dreams. For as long as a man has dreamt, he asked himself, how do our dreams relate to waking life? What can be learned from them? With this series, we'll introduce you to a dream interpretation method developed by Somnium researchers. Locations play a major role in dream interpretation. Frequently, dreams contain locations from our everyday life. But just as often we see landscapes born of pure fantasy. Okay. Part 1, common real-world locations. This reminds me that something that I just saw on my reels recently. It's like a fantasy game, like Oblivion or whatever, but the art is 2D, but it's 3D. Like you're walking and it's like 2D art, but it's 3D. It's really cool. It reminds me of that. Okay, home. In all likelihood, you spend most of your time at home, so it's no wonder you dream about it too. Current and past domiciles are an extremely common location for dreams, often with parts of them transported into stranger locales. Although the geometry may change, your home is always your home. That's true. Even though like inside, I think I've talked about it before, where like the inside of my home just like was empty. Yeah, it's just liminal. It's super weird. It was my home, but it didn't feel like it was a house, but it didn't feel like my home. Dreams of flight are a long time favorite of many dreamers. If you experience them, pay attention to how you are flying and how much control you have over your motion. This is often linked to our personal confidence in achieving our goals. But above all, have fun. You know what's crazy about that is that I can fly sometimes. Like I'll find myself flying, but then it's like I realize that I'm flying. I'm like, this shouldn't be possible. And then I kind of like start sinking. Work. Stress and dissatisfaction in the workplace can lead to an increasing frequency of work-related dreams. Often as we think about problems from our 9 to 5 as we slip into dreams, these problems cross over or manifest in different ways. Just remember, in a dream, you're here forever. Wait, what? Wasn't there that company or something like that made it so that you can work in your sleep somehow? Or we're trying to work on this idea of working in your sleep. So, okay, so you want us as slaves, basically. Life should not be about 9 to 5. I don't know, for some reason we live in this society where it's just been so normalized that you're made to feel bad for not wanting that. Do you know what I mean? I hate the idea of like a soul-crushing 9 to 5. Like there are jobs out there that do the whole 9 to 5 that are very rewarding and fulfilling, but I'd say most of the time you're just making a billionaire more money, and that's just the way it is. The labyrinth. Feelings of guilt or doubt may lead you to the labyrinth. See the others trapped with you, marching towards the infinite center, running from their past towards an uncertain future. The labyrinth traps us all. You've been here before, and you will be here again. Oh dear. Okay, well, it's anxiety-inducing, isn't it? Okay, it's starting to get a little bit darker now. Who the heck is this? You were always here, comforting others on... This is going way too fast. You were always here. Comforting others on the path is discouraged. The labyrinth exists within us all. Forgetting is a quiet comfort. You will be watched from above, always. That looks like the Midnight Man. Time is a solid mass of iron. Your house is the center point. Place your palms to the cold metal. Sickness is your way of life. Rot in a dream of awakening. Cast your hot flesh into teeth of cold iron. You are always here. Wow, that's... Anyway, let's wake up from this dream. And now we're just going to talk about school. You know, I have a lot of dreams about school. I'm 31 years old and I still dream about my high school. it must have had some freaking traumatic effect on me for sure. 76% of survey respondents reported having dreams of being in school, even years and decades after graduating. As high school is a formative time, stress and emotions from that experience often imprint themselves on the deepest parts of the psyche. That makes sense. Don't worry though, those tests you didn't study for aren't real. Yeah, that's good. School is very, like, traumatic, isn't it? Let's be honest. Thank you for coming on this journey of dream interpretation with us. Stay tuned for more resources to guide you on your journey of introspection and self-actualization. Self-actualization, the realization or fulfillment of one's talents and potentialities, especially considered as drive or need present in everyone. I really like how this is like being set up. Okay, so it starts off with there's this thing that you can use to record your dreams, and you can is that what it is? You can view them back. I'm guessing that's what they're saying. But then there's like but something's wrong with this, and if you've been affected by like recurring nightmares, you can take legal action. And now it's telling you about like the locations of dreams and stuff. So it's just building up this thing. Let's move on to the next video. Hallucinations. Somnium Dream Viewer. Local TV recording aired sometime in 1985. Additional footage from unknown source, cassette 4 of 10. Hallucinations. So I'm guessing this is like when you're awake and you don't even have this thing on you, you start hallucinating. You know what I think that is? I think the thing that is in there that dude talked about at the start, that weird like patchy guy, has actually imprinted himself into your brain, like into your actual brain, and whatever part of the brain controls like vision and seeing things and like making you see hallucinations of this thing. To what end, I still don't know. I don't know why they're doing this, but here we go.
Mommy.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not.
Good morning, baby.
Good morning, baby. How are you? I don't think this is bright enough. I think we should... Well, I don't think this is dark enough, actually. I think we should really lower the brightness of this just a little bit more to make it a little bit more moody.
Mommy.
I'm seeing a little bit too much here. You had a bad dream. What did you dream of? Oh, they had the opportunity to do something terrifying there. I mean, it's still pretty creepy seeing an eyeball open like that, but ugh. You say your dad's still sleeping? The Midnight Movie will return after these messages. Midnight Movie. Does someone you love have waking dream hallucinations? I do, actually. That's me. Like, not in like right now I'm seeing things, but like I'll wake up from the dream still thinking I'm in the dream and see things around the room. Real sufferers of waking dream hallucinations. Marco P, age 28, Denver, Colorado. WDH, which is waking dream hallucinations. Sufferer for 4 months.
Follows me. When I look up at it, I can feel its claws sink into my chest and devour me. I try not to look at it anymore, but I know it's there. I can hear its wings beating even over the engine of my car. I can feel it staring at me through my apartment walls.
Okay. Well, that's creepy as hell.
I see it every day, somewhere in the corner of my eye. At the store, I'll see it slither past the end of the aisle as I turn the corner. In the car, I'll see it in the rearview mirror, curled around my headrest. At home, I'll hear its scaly belly dragging along my roof just feet above my bed.
Well, that's creepy as hell. Reminds me of that SCP, the corner of your eye SCP. Who is that?
My husband tries to get me to open the front door sometimes. He'll be home from work, bringing back groceries, or trying to see the kids again. He'll scream, cry, plead, even fly into a rage when I don't answer him for hours.
Sounds like
I don't look
dementia.
through the peephole anymore. I know it's not him. I buried him last year.
Never mind. Okay, that's creepy as hell.
Do these stories sound familiar? If you or a loved one suffers from waking dream hallucinations, there is help.
Okay.
Special medical facilities for those suffering from waking dream hallucinations are available at no cost in many major American cities.
Hell yeah.
These facilities can help prevent the spread of the disease and the suffering that it brings. Remember, the entities that you see are not real. They cannot hurt you as long as you don't believe in them.
As long as you don't believe in them.
To refer anyone you suspect of being afflicted by these hallucinations to this number. Call now for a free consultation. There's no obligation, and we can provide transport and other accommodations to help us manage this condition. Don't show
Sounds like they just want to freaking experiment on you.
fear. Get help today.
Okay. Don't show fear. Is this... Oh, this is the old woman. Well, here's the thing. You can hear this guy over the video recording, which means it's not a hallucination. This thing is freaking real. If the video is picking up on said voice, then that voice is real. That's not an imagination anymore. Right. Okay, so we've gathered that that is a real thing. Is it like Greylock with the thought forms thing where they actually manifest these things they're hallucinating? Or okay, so yeah, this... I mean, like I said, you're catching that on video, which means it's real. It's not just a hallucination. But is it like a Greylock thought form where you believing in it makes it real and actually manifests it into a physical form? We're going to find out. But I really, really like where this story is going. This is super interesting. Evidence tape. Somnium Dream Viewer. FBMI evidence tape. Unknown provenance. Cassette 5 of 10. Warning. This tape is FBMI property. The following recording is classified material related to an ongoing or historical case investigated by the Federal Bureau of Metaphysical Intelligence. If you are not authorized to view this material, destroy this tape immediately. Federal law provides severe criminal and civil penalties for the unauthorized viewing, reproduction, or distribution of classified material, as well as special extrajudicial punishment under the Wake Up Act of 1986.
Wake up!
So metaphysical, interesting. Supplementary material will appear here.
Because there are only two options left as I see it. Either I'm going crazy and need to be committed immediately, or the things that I'm seeing are real. And I'm not sure what happens then. I'm not sure who to turn to, or if anyone will believe me, but this feels real. I'm afraid, but I know what's real. And I need to know that someone else will know what's going on, no matter what happens to me. I'll start at the beginning. I've always been somewhat of a recluse, not out of misanthropy, I just prefer my own company. I managed to get by doing freelance programming work that pays the bills, but it also allows me a great deal of freedom with my schedule. I've always been a night owl, so naturally I gravitated to a nocturnal schedule, and one where I never needed to worry about when I slept or woke up.
That's
Once I
basically
was
my
free
life.
from the tyranny of alarm clocks, I became interested in exploring my dreams.
Yep.
I always had vivid dreams quite frequently, and I was trying to master lucid dreaming, so when I first heard of the Dream Viewer device, I ordered one immediately.
I'm not gonna lie, that would be me.
I've always been interested in electronic gadgets. I'm sure you could probably tell that by the fact that I'm recording this on a note recorder and not just writing it down on paper, but...
That is what I do as well, by the way, guys. I don't write my dreams down. I don't journal them. I record them on like a sound app, recorder app on my phone.
On all the technology I'd seen in my life, the Dream Viewer was something completely different.
Okay.
When it arrived in the mail, I immediately opened it. I watched the instructional tapes, and I began using it that very same day. Of course, it worked exactly as advertised, but I began to notice something strange happening over time.
Okay.
As soon as I started using the dream viewer, all my dreams had a strange undercurrent.
Yeah.
It wasn't something I could put my finger on at first, but the inhabitants of the dream worlds that I visited all seemed to get more and more reclusive, paranoid, and despondent as time went on.
Mm-hmm.
I also found it impossible to lucid dream. Somehow I'd always forget to reality check myself despite being so diligent about it in the past. At first, these symptoms were very mild and ignorable, so I kept using the device without thinking much of it. However, that changed the day I had one particular dream. The first thing I remember was that I was in a massive cave of blue ice. Winds howled around me and I could feel the cold gusts against my face.
Damn.
I wasn't alone though. This older man and I were journeying further into this cave, and soon we came across an old house, frozen in the ice. We worked to free the door from the ice and opened it. Once inside, we broke apart some wooden furniture and made a fire. I asked the man, "Why are we
Damn, burning
here?"
the house down?
And the first words that I had spoken to him, he said, "I cannot escape from here, but you can, if you can break your fate."
Break
Then
your
he raised
fate?
one gnarled finger up and pointed out the warped glass of the window. I stood and peered through the glass. Outside, I saw a shadowy door standing on the other side of the cave. At first, I couldn't make out a single feature, just a black rectangular shape, but as I stared, I could pick out more and more details in its presence. It shook me to my core.
Right.
Its frame consumed my entire vision. It was something that somehow I knew was there before, but I had never truly seen. Its perspective was off, its corners bent the wrong way. Something about it was just wrong. When I woke up, I could remember the details of my dream as well as any, but when I tried to remember even a single detail of that door, it slipped from my mind like trying to grasp flowing water in my hands. I could feel that there was once detail in that form, but now it was completely missing from my mind.
Okay, but isn't that what the dream view is for? That you can just check out the dreams?
After that, my dreams always ended the same way. I would go through this world for some time. Not always in the ice caves, of course. It could be in a forest or a city. It didn't matter. But then at some point, I would look at a faraway wall or into a corner of a room and I would see that door. But once I saw it, I would just stop and stare, and it would slowly fill my vision in my mind until I woke up. It didn't matter if I used the dream viewer or not. I would only have these dreams, and I would always see the door. Despite seeing it every time, I could never remember it other than just as a dark and formless mass of wood. It was like there was a door casting a shadow, but the shadow was all I could ever remember of it.
Damn, okay.
I
You have to
feared
walk through the
seeing
door.
it. I feared even thinking about it. It became all-consuming. I didn't want to talk to anyone about it. It felt so silly to be afraid of something so mundane, so ubiquitous. I couldn't just tell people about something I could barely explain to myself. Another night.
That's what I hate about dreams. If you think about dreams, like it's hard to, like, it makes sense when you're in the dream, but even if you remember the dream, it doesn't, it's hard to articulate the dream because it just felt, in the moment, it felt completely right. It felt like, yeah, I know what's going on. It's like your brain tricks yourself into remembering things that aren't true or didn't happen. And so when you wake up and try and explain it, it's like you're trying to explain it from a point of view where you're disconnected from that now. And it's, yeah, that's what
Maybe 2 weeks later, I
have
had another
anyway.
dream. I was in a car being driven through a dense city that was crawling with soldiers. The car was driven by someone I knew, and I was hiding in the back seat because this occupying military force was hunting me. Eventually, we made our way down a twisting alleyway. We exited the car, and we went up some stairs to a small apartment in a large, grimy building. The guy who had driven me there and I sat at a table across from an older woman in a small room with a high ceiling, lit by yellow sconces that glowed with a sick electricity. She spoke to us in hushed tones of a group called the Children of Minos, who had taken control of the
Children
city.
of Minos.
We were part of some sort of resistance, and for a moment I remembered hearing these names before, these phrases, and some forgotten memory returned to me.
That's exactly what a dream, that like, I've been in a dream so many times and someone said something to me and it's like I remember, even though that didn't happen, it's like I just remember it happening. It's like they insert all these memories into me as they're saying things at me. Super weird.
But just as this happened, we heard a pounding at the door downstairs and a splintering of wood. They told me to get to the roof and hide myself, and pointed me out the fire escape as they rushed out the other door.
Damn.
I ran out and grabbed the rough metal rungs of the ladder in my hands, flying up the rickety framework as the sounds of violence grew louder behind me. I pulled myself up on the last balcony, onto the roof. There, waiting for me at the far end of the roof, was the black door.
Oh dear.
This time, though, I
should
didn't
walk through it.
immediately freeze upon seeing it. I took some tentative steps towards it, and then as I heard shouting and the clanking of boots climbing rungs, I moved faster. I reached the threshold, and the presence of the door blocked out all other sensation from my mind. I could barely hear the soldiers scream at me and ready their guns over the ringing and thrumming in my ears. It pulled me closer to grasp the handle, and the cold metal pierced my mind. I turned the knob, and the rotation echoed through my body and made my stomach do somersaults. I pushed forward and fell into the thick, inky abyss.
Damn.
I must have fallen for days.
Days?
It felt like days. It very well could have been weeks. I felt the barrier between my body and the darkness become unstitched, like a thread being pulled along my skin that let my soul spill out.
Oh.
My senses became detached and foreign to each other. I could see texture and undulation in the void, hear far-off echoes, and feel the wind blow through what was left of my physical form, but all of these sensations felt like they were happening separately, like my body and mind were being stretched like taffy across a tapestry of chaos.
Oh my god. Poetry.
I existed in this state, being fundamentally broken, but still conscious, like grains of sand being blown through a pitch-black sandstorm. After a time, it all just sort of ended. I fell back into my body with the force of a truck hitting a brick wall. I screamed, forcing air out of unfamiliar lungs in a primal expression of terror. I choked and screamed, my muscles firing from the basest instinct, propelled me out of bed and onto the floor where I thrashed for a few moments before remembering where I was, who I was.
Damn. Okay, so
Once
what did
my
that
eyes adjusted
do?
to the light and I could recall how to move my body, I checked my computer's calendar. It had only been 7 or 8 hours since I had fallen asleep. Everything was just as I had left it. That was last week. Since then, I haven't been sleeping. I don't want to go back there. The caffeine pills are keeping me going fine enough, but my headache is getting worse and worse. I can barely concentrate, and as I look over at my bed, part of me is begging to slip under the sheets and rest, but I just can't do it.
Damn, man.
I know
Turned
I
himself
can't
into a
keep
rush
this
to
up much
sleep
longer,
experiment.
but 3 days ago, I saw it in the corner of my eye in my living room.
Oh, now he's
When I tried to
hallucinating it
look
in real
directly
life.
at it, it disappeared just as quickly, but since then, it's been showing up more and more, and now it doesn't go away when I look at it.
Oh my god. Okay, so he's hallucinating this door because he's not sleeping. Obviously, he's having hallucinations of his dreams in waking life. But what would happen if he walked through that door whilst he was awake?
See it now. It's on the far wall of my bedroom. It's like a monolith carved out of pitch black sky.
Damn.
I can see the frame now, and the handle. I don't know what's going to happen. I think this is the only way to end this. I have to go through again. I have to go through.
Oh, okay, he's recording himself going through. So this is a real thing. You can hear it happening. And it ends there. Closing notes. Cole Sharp was reported missing on September 21st, 1986. This tape and the supplementary material was recovered from his apartment by Oakland Police Department officers who then transferred custody to the FBMI. Yikes. Sharp currently remains missing. So this thing became real. This thing became real. He walks through this door, and it's that when you walk through this door, your mind and body separates from itself, like, and your sensations become spread. So what would happen to him? Is he just like non-existed now? He just doesn't exist? He's in dream world forever? This is really, really good, guys. This is really, really good. Let's move on to the next video. Orientation. Somnium Dream Viewer. Somnium Microtechnology's employee orientation tape, presumably shown to new hires on their first day. Cassette 6 of blank. That is a mouthful, guys. Try saying that 10 times fast. Well, not that 10 times is a bit ridiculous. All right, here we go. Am I out of focus?
A third of our lives are spent sleeping, and we rarely remember our dreams long after we wake.
Okay.
Some say that our dreams hold the secrets to living our best lives. One revolutionary company is looking to take us there and beyond.
Looking to create black holes inside your real walking life. Real waking life, sorry, not walking life. Employee orientation. Here we go.
As we explore the new world of the 1980s, technological possibilities are opening themselves to us everywhere in the fields of transportation, automation, computers, and more. But as we enhance the world around us, we must also look within ourselves.
Before the brain rot, guys.
The world of our dreams, so often overlooked in our hectic modern era, is waiting to be explored. Just as we reached for the moon, we can reach a higher understanding of ourselves through analysis of our brain's greatest mystery, our dreams.
And are we not just a microcosm of the universe?
Now, the biggest name in dream research is becoming the hottest name in consumer electronics. Somnium Microtechnologies, incorporated in 1981, is poised to take the world by storm. But who is behind these amazing advances? The brains behind Somnium Microtechnologies are the neuroscience whiz kids of Five Labs. Five Labs was founded in 1975, named for its 4 founders. These 4 individuals...
Wait, what? Why is it, if there was 4 people, why is it called Five Labs?
...started 5 Labs to pursue their dreams...
Who's this dude?
...studying dreams. With government funding from the FBMI, 5 Labs was able to make significant breakthroughs in dream imaging.
Okay, well, they're obviously like... It's 5 Labs, and it's called that because 4 people... That obviously it's one person there that they're trying to forget about or just have forgotten about or have been removed from the memory.
As first images of dreams were developed, these scientists knew that this technology was meant to be shared with the world, and thus the Somnium Microtechnologies company was born. Somnium's flagship consumer product, the Dream Viewer, is still in early stages of development. That's why we need your expertise, determination, and skill to make this dream a reality.
Oh dear. A little bit too literal, that was.
At Somnium, we put our employees first. That means things like health insurance, retirement plans, paid time off, and daily psychological evaluations are part of your standard employee benefits package.
That to me would be a red flag. Daily psychological... What did he say? Daily psychological evaluations. Which says to me that they're going to be doing stuff that's going to be bad on the mind.
Employee benefits package. Above all else, Somnium embraces a culture of safety. We care about your well-being and want to make sure that your workplace is a welcoming and safe one. That's why, no matter your job description, whenever you're at the Somnium Research Campus, we ask that you always follow the 4 principles of safety.
Which are?
Always keep the lights on. The research campus closes at 9 p.m. That means all employees must be out of the building by 9:30. No exceptions.
Okay.
If you need to stay behind for any reason, you must alert your supervisor and FSO.
Well, that to me is another red flag. What are you doing past 9:30 p.m. that requires you to be out of the building and no exceptions?
Stay with a buddy. Don't wander around the office alone. If you need to access something in an unoccupied part of the office, bring a coworker along. If you're asked to accompany a coworker, make it a priority. Safety is number 1.
Right.
Report everything to your FSO. If you see anything strange, immediately contact your floor safety officer. No matter how benign it seems, your FSO will let you know whether evacuation is necessary.
This has Severance vibes. Don't show fear. So are they like, is this like a company that's manifesting dreams and they're like keeping them like SCPs? Why would you not need to show fear? What's happening? Chapter 3, Evaluation. Oh god, things are getting spooky now. On your worksheet, select the image in each set that does not belong. Okay. Oh, I like stuff like this. Set 1. Yeah, that's a crab or a lobster. What the fuck? What is that? Okay, well the snake doesn't belong there. What the hell was that? Okay, it was the snake for that one. Okay, what's that? A pelican? What is that? Ew! Is that wasp? Hornet? Butterfly? Bro, can you not do that? I don't know what... I've been completely distracted by that freaking face. Okay, it's a human body, anatomy. Oh! More anatomy. Okay, that looks like a CT scan. Skeleton. You good, bro? Ew. Why is there like teeth in the... Congratulations, the assessment is complete. Please submit your worksheet to your proctor. Thank you for watching. Your adventure working at Somnium Microtechnologies begins today. Your supervisor will now direct you to your next training activity. Bro, don't work for this company. They are up to some... They're a bunch of bad people. A bunch of bad eggs here. They're doing something bad, I'm telling you now. So not even the employees are safe, in honesty. There was a bunch of red flags in there. Right, we call this 5 labs because 4 people discovered it. Okay, that makes no sense. Oh, you're not allowed out of the... what was the other one? Psychological evaluations daily. Oh, you're not allowed inside the facility past 9:30 p.m. You always have to take someone with you, and you don't show any fear. I'm sure this is a well-respected and well-maintained and above-board company. Nothing to worry about here, guys. Let's move on to the next video. NEZNAVCA, Somnium Dream Viewer. Tape recovered from the new Faribault Historical Society. Production date unknown. Cassette 7 of blank. I don't know if I'm saying that word correctly. I do apologize. Let's move on. In 1876, architect Jean-Pierre Albousset was commissioned to design a prison to be built on the coast near the city of New Faribault. I don't know how to say that. As he did for many such projects, Albousset, I don't know if I'm even saying that right, Albousset, traveled to the site to survey the land and spent the night camping under the stars to connect himself to the site. It is said that that night he had a dream of sprawling, spiraling corridors of waves crashing at the feet of half-submerged statues, intertwined rooms of iron and stone. When he awoke, he set to designing the prison that would be named. I'm gonna sneeze. Pardon me. Or bless me. Whatever. NEZNAVCA. NEZNAVCA. Upon its completion in 1884, NEZNAVCA would house 999 prisoners in maximum security cells. I mean, that looks like a pretty nice prison. Borrowing elements of the concept of the panopticon, NEZNAVCA was a space in which prisoners knew they were always potentially under surveillance, but in what manner, they knew not. It was a space outside of life. Nowhere in that place was there a mirror to see your reflection, to remind you of your own humanity, nor did the lights seem to cast any shadows. We were like ghosts in there. I would finish my shifts and go home unable to remember what I had done. I did not want to remember. Henry Solomon, NEZNAVCA Guard, 1889. That sounds like a horrible work environment. Why would you work there? I hope these guys are paid well. Within the prison, it felt crushing, like a weight of iron pressing upon my body. I often forgot if I was a guard or prisoner. My perceptions became as spiraling and warped as those wretched corridors. The prison was the same size as the world, or rather, it was the world. Bradley Soul, NEZNAVCA Guard, 1889. I mean, what kind of prison is this, man? It looks like a freaking optical illusion. Our schedules would shift and change like time itself was being rearranged. The stone walls of that place should have stood for order and pattern, but they became symbols of chaos. It was like being in a dream. All men were lost in that place. Albert Bremen. Okay. Albacete himself would refuse to comment on the design and lived alone in self-imposed exile in a small house in Chicago. Well, he's probably gone insane designing this thing, let's be honest. Albacete died on November 23rd, 1890. That same night, NEZNAVCA burned to the ground in a mysterious fire, killing every prisoner and staff member inside. So is it that the prison was a creation of literally the mind, and when the mind was destroyed, so was the prison? Later analysis of documents relating to the prison would reveal a lack of a kitchen, among several other notable absent pieces of infrastructure. It's like Inception. The site would be later removed from historical records and redeveloped. NEZNAVCA. Hey, whoa, excuse me. Okay, come on now, what is this? No way this is for real. Okay, presented by the New Faribault Historical Society, part of the New Faribault History Connect series, produced by the NFK, Stuart Favreau. Okay, I have found this tape in the old Historical Society archives. Do you think they're lying or something? Not lying. It's just some fiction. It's like Atlantis. Plato just made Atlantis up a bit as a bit. And now people think it's like a for real lost continent or whatever. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of corroborating evidence that it was real, and this was, what, 100 years ago? I think it's worth looking into. Okay, but let's not go too far on this tangent. I think it's... okay. I don't think this has anything to do with what's going on. Even if these stories are embellished, there's something up here. No way there was such a huge building that was just completely covered up like this. That's what I'm saying. Fiction with a capital F. Don't do the dots at me because you know I'm right. I'm logging off. Good night. Oh, Beth is not happy. Don't let the evil spooky ghost prison get you. So this dude built a prison in the middle of this land. Well, he had a dream of like spiraling corridors, blah, 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 blah. Built this huge prison that housed 999 prisoners. That was maximum security cells. There were no mirrors, the lights cast no shadows. It was basically like living in like a liminal space almost. That's the idea that I'm getting from this. And then we learn that the creator of the prison lived in exile in Chicago in a small house. And that to me says that he's gone insane. And then when he died, the prison burned down, which, like I said, that says to me that the prison was literally a manifestation of the mind. It was a huge thought form thought of by this dude. Maybe, God knows what happened. Was it the lands that he was in surveying, or was it some mystical power? It just seems that the prison itself was a dream, housing prisoners, which is a very, very unique thing. I don't know what other word to use there. Let's move on to the next video, guys. FBMI Conspiracy, Somnium Dream Viewer. Data extracted from the Helix Tech video share network, uploaded by the Arnold D. Enigma channel, cassette 8 of blank. We're nearing the end now, guys. Real Conspiracies episode 4, uploaded by Arnold D. Enigma. Downloading video. So who are these people? unregistered hypertape movie. Oh, damn, hypercam there. Real Conspiracies episode 4, the death of Leonard Lang. Ooh, hiccup. The Federal Bureau of Metaphysical Intelligence was established in 1946, so after World War II. The stated mission of the FBMI was to protect the American people from paranormal threats. Okay. The secondary mission was to learn how to wield those threats for our own benefit. Right, that's always the way, isn't it? The Pentagram, FBMI headquarters, Richmond, Virginia. Directors of the FBMI. So it's not the Pentagon, it's the Pentagram. That's crazy. William Reich, 1946, 1950, 1950, 1958, 1958, 1965. 1965, 1967, well, he had a short one. 1967, 1972. 1972 to 1980. So this is Leonard Lang. The FBMI had maintained an interest in the study of dreams since the 60s. In 1975, the FBMI entered a contract with 5 labs, 4 researchers who were at the forefront of dream research. Once again, 5 labs makes no sense. Soon after their contract was completed in 1980, the researchers formed a corporation to continue their work. 5 laboratories. Oh, okay. Somnium Microtechnologies. So that was the inception of this company. The FBMI did not respond officially, but sources within Somnium stated there was no further desire to work for the government. Okay. Obviously, we'd rather they were working for us, but they wouldn't listen to reason. Leonard Lang, FBMI director, 1972 to 1980. Without a legal basis to stop Somnium from continuing their research independently, the FBMI surveilled and intimidated them constantly. How so? Somnium founder Dr. Robert Fowler stated in a memo to a colleague that the FBMI was trying to get their hands on their new dream imaging technology at any cost. Why though? To what end? In November of 1980, a team of 3 individuals was apprehended by Somnium Research campus security while attempting to photograph private documents and place wiretaps. Okay, so this is like Watergate or whatever it was called. The 3 were arrested and later found to be hired by the FBMI. Those sneaky bastards! M. Lloyd, J. Powell, S. Parker, Somnium burglars. After being arrested, all 3 burglars developed severe hallucinations and shared delusions over the following weeks. After being arrested? Is it because they broke into that facility and obviously there's... Oh, hang on. They broke in after 9:30, potentially? So something happens after 9:30. That's obviously made these people go insane. These delusions reportedly involved a 4th burglar on the team. Okay. So that's why maybe like 5 labs is the same thing. They think it's 4 of them, but it is actually 5. It makes no sense why they'd name it 5 labs. It would make sense if it was called 4 labs and they hallucinated a 5th member, but this is suggesting that there were 5, but it's like they're kind of not noticing that there's only 4 of them. It's so weird. Both Somnium and the FBI denied the existence of a 4th burglar. I still have dreams about that lab, of running through those corridors alone. Why did we have to go in there? Why did he have to open that door? Sam Parker, Somnium burglar. Okay, so this door exists in the 5 labs. The burglar's mental conditions were never able to be tied to Somnium. The whole incident received little media attention and was quickly covered up by both groups. In December of 1980, leaked meeting transcript revealed that the entire board of directors of the FBMI had begun to complain of constant nightmares. FBMI board of directors. On December 21st, Dr. Robert Fowler was summoned by FBMI Director Leonard Lang to a private meeting at his Richmond home. House of Leonard Lang, Richmond, Virginia. No transcript of this meeting was made, but based on Lang's personal journal, he asked Fowler if he was behind the nightmares and if they could be stopped. The next day, Leonard Lang was found dead in his attic. Oh my goodness. Robert Fowler denied attending the meeting. Multiple witnesses confirmed Fowler's alibi. He had not left the Somnium Research Campus and knew... Oh my goodness. Okay. So Robert Fowler was part of the research company. Security footage showed no trace of any intruders entering the home. So he imagined someone walking into his home? Investigators quickly ruled the case as suicide despite leaked autopsy records indicating a total destruction of the spinal column. Oh my goodness. How the hell does that happen? Lang was given a closed casket funeral. Okay. Damn. Funeral of Leonard Lang. So, he's been having these nightmares. Okay, you know, let me leave it to the end. Let me leave it to the end, so I'm not freaking constantly interrupting. After the investigation into Lang's death concluded, the FBMI backed down from scrutinizing Somnium microtechnology. Right, that was almost like a threat. It's like Game of Thrones, where the Red Woman, the Lady Melisandre, she gives birth to Stannis' baby, who just turns out to be a shadow, to go and kill Renly Baratheon. Spoilers if you haven't seen that. It obviously had Stannis' face. It feels like this 5 Labs did something similar, where they sent like a ghost to go and take out this dude, Leonard Lang, because he was a threat to their company. FBMI Director Anne Boyle was sworn in January 1981. Somnium's commercial product, the Dream Viewer, is set to be released later this year. The story is still developing. Stay tuned to this video share channel for future episodes. Spread the truth. There's a comment here by AGT7 that says, so I think it's clear that 5 most probably built their laboratories upon the original site of the NEZNAVCA prison. They definitely would have been interested in harnessing whatever supernatural power is active there. I suppose that 5 knew exactly what they were doing before they even started. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, I guess that was the origin, right? The whole NEZNAVCA was the origin. So there's something about that land itself that is magical or mystical in some regards, and 5 took full advantage of that. NEUROCON, Somnium Dream Viewer. Tape recovered from the personal archives of an organizer of NEUROCON 1982 contains fragment of a talk by Dr. Robert Fowler given at the event concerning early stages of dream imaging research, cassette 9 of blank. Dr. Robert Fowler being the supposed person who was there with Leonard Lang before he died, even though it was seen that he didn't actually visit. So, let's jump in.
And there you go. This is one of the great things you see happen.
Academic Conference on Neurology and Neurotech Research, NEUROCON 1982. BrainCon. This is pretty cool. NEUROCON 1982 talks. Up next, Dr. Robert Fowler, non-invasive practical dream imaging. Okay.
Significant activity is observed throughout neural structures during dreams. Visual imagery is generated through the same mechanisms that form images in waking perception.
Okay.
Our research has mapped these pathways through various techniques, including waking perception comparison, neural impulse backscatter mapping, and the Lopez-Wagner optical inventory.
I know what that is, of course.
These breakthroughs are undoubtedly quite significant and form the backbone of our dream imaging technique.
He said backbone.
This is barely scratching the surface of what we hope to achieve.
Okay.
Our currently available technology, EEG monitoring, magnetic resonance imaging, is too slow and imprecise to accurately measure the neural signals that we need to access.
Okay.
Our medical technology research team, Mrs. Ingram and her husband, are making tremendous strides in neural imaging that let us view with great accuracy and non-invasively not only cerebral blood flow, but neural voltage across many areas of the brain.
Jeez.
This technology is behind the newest iteration of our scanning hardware. Merely viewing dreams is all well and good. What we're trying to achieve is real, actual understanding of where dreams come from.
Okay.
That is our next step. The unconscious leads through dreams to perception, which leads to the conscious. We plan to follow this river upstream, into dreams, into memories, into whatever mysteries await us there.
Right.
Our studies into this field have been primarily concerned with dream synchronicity, by having several test subjects begin dreaming together, and not just monitoring their brain waves, but amplifying waves that are found within multiple subjects and propagating them through the other subjects. We've been able to produce astonishing results.
Okay. Are you going to read this, or
building off of these tests, we've shown that amplifying certain...
All right, let's read this. Subject A, a large dog stepped out of the forest and placed a knife at my feet. Subject B, the wolf that had been following me cornered me and dropped a dagger from its jaws. Subject C, the black dog stopped and coughed up what looked like a ceremonial dagger. Subject D, the wolf creature opened its mouth and spat out a knife which clattered to the floor. So they're all dreaming similar things.
Building off of these tests, we've shown that...
Or literally the same thing, but from different perceptions.
Amplifying certain neural wave vectors allows for on-demand recreation.
Okay, brainwave pattern amplification, cathedral, dark city, forest, mountain trail, hillside. Okay, so they can like enter any of these like locations through like what, coding?
Specific dreams. We aren't yet sure of the true potentials for this discovery, but every day we are taking our research further than ever before.
So they're able to give you specific dreams. This to me is like screams bad things happening, because they could like make you dream of something that'll make you want to purchase something or make you want to act a certain way or do something, you know? It's literally like Inception, planting an idea in your head to make you act on it. But you need to think, why would they do this? To what end? Is it for money, for power? What would it be for?
As we continue upstream, where this river will take us, we do not know. But the current we are pushing against is one that we humans have pushed against for our entire existence. I know some detractors of our work have said that this pursuit is misguided, and there are some things that man was not meant to know.
Yeah, I guess
it is not in the nature of man to follow his dreams.
Well, not to this degree. Cheers, Rob. So this was 1982. All right, this was 2 years after the incident with Leonard Lang. And they're obviously working on the whole Somnium Dream Viewer product. So we've kind of been going backwards through time, I think, with these videos. Like, well, it's been jumping timelines, basically. But we have one more video now to watch that might round up everything for us. Carol, Somnium Dream Viewer. Unknown tape followed by tape recovered from Arnold's personal files. Cassette 10 of blank. Well, this is the last tape here, guys. So I think it's safe to say this is the end of Somnium Dream Viewer. Here we go. Let's jump in. Antennas, what are those? What radio tower things? Okay, what's happening? Shashgam. Shasta Area Safety Communications Agency. Transcript of 911 call for service, October 27th, 1985. Okay. Oh my god, are you telling me this is a 911 call? What the hell? How long is it taking them to answer the phone? 911, what is the address of your emergency?
I'm at 143 Ridgewood Drive. I need police officers. My husband is trying to break into my house.
Oh, this is Carol. What was it, Carol? That was her name? Is it? Yeah. From the other video. And what is your name?
Carol Davis.
Carol D. Alright, Carol, I'm dispatching officer to you right now. If you could please stay on the line for me. Is there anyone else in the house with you?
No,
Does your husband have a weapon?
I don't know. He's been banging on the door with something. He usually doesn't bang on the door. Usually he just screams and calls my name.
Right. Your husband is at your door often?
I've been seeing him more often. Usually I just have dreams about him, but now he's been coming around the house too.
Dreams?
Yes, since he passed, I sometimes have dreams about him.
Passed? As in passed away?
Yes, nearly 2 years ago.
Crazy bitch! Hangs up the phone. And you're afraid of him coming back?
Yes.
You're afraid of him getting in the house?
Hold on.
No tape loaded. Decrypting. Logged in as a Davis called playback. Photo missing.
Hey.
So, how's she doing? Do you need me to drive down there? I can take some time off work.
No, I think it'll be okay. She's doing fine. She's freaked out, but I got to talk to her, and she seemed okay last I got to see her. The hospital said that they're going to take her down to San Jose. They think her hallucinations are part of that WDH thing that's been going around.
Oh, jeez. I mean, she's been talking about seeing Ray around ever since he died, and it's been, what, 2 years now? Isn't that not just, I don't know, dementia at that point?
Well, that's what I thought.
The officer told me that they needed to quarantine her, and if she doesn't display any symptoms after 2 weeks, they'll release her and she can come back. And it's all, paid for, so it'll at least give her some time away so I can clean up the house and get the door replaced.
Yeah, okay, so what happened with the door exactly? Someone tried to break in through the front door, and a neighbor across the street heard the window break and called the cops?
Yeah, that's what they told me. And then she
Okay.
told the police that it was Ray trying to break in, and I had to tell the officer he was dead, and then as soon as she started telling the police that she'd been seeing him and having dreams about him, they got real weird about everything and started talking about sending her to the quarantine center.
Right, got it. So they're obviously working with the company.
Look, I'm just gonna say it, I don't buy this whole quarantine thing. Have you ever heard of anyone coming out of one of those things? They're being real quiet about what goes on in there. If you think I believe for a second those smiling faces in those commercials...
Okay, what is it, Arnie? A government conspiracy again?
Yes, it is, okay?
Cool, for 5 minutes. Okay, our aunt is in need, and I'm the one helping her, okay? Listen, I don't want to guilt trip you or whatever, but I'm the one down here in California looking at...
Oh, okay, so I'm not allowed to live my own life now, is that what it is?
That's not...
Don't give me this Mother Teresa BS.
Okay, look, I don't deny there's something off about it, okay?
Yeah.
Apparently, when it happened, she had a camcorder, and the police confiscated it.
Right.
When I asked them about it, they just straight up denied it to my face. I saw that she was holding it when I got there last night, and then I guess while I was talking to the cops, one of them took it, and then they just straight up lied to my face when I asked about it later.
Damn.
Yeah, typical
So
cop.
they took the only evidence that suggested that it was real, and it was actually the person that she says it is. Why are they covering this up?
I mean, yeah, but why would they lie about that? I mean, what's on that tape? She also said that she called 911, but they said there wasn't a call made from the house.
Oh my god. Proper
The only call was
gaslighting.
from Frank across the street when he heard the screaming.
Look, I want to come down there. I can help you.
If you come down here, you promise me that you'll keep your head on straight, all right? If you want to help me figure this out, I can't have you going on about whatever crop circle psychic driving conspiracy.
Okay, I'll be completely cool.
Thank you.
Completely
Hey man,
cool.
he's got a point. He's got a point.
That our aunt has been taken to a government black site after being attacked by a ghost.
Yeah, if you could just be cool about that, that would be awesome.
Right.
Very well.
Very well.
So if you want to come down, just let me know when you'll be here. I'll be at her house. It looks like she had a surveillance system set up, but the tapes for that are missing too.
But it's all it's just a conspiracy theory, right? He's crazy for believing in that, right? So the camcorder that she was recording with is missing. The tapes that were recording around her house were missing. There was no 911 call made. She's been given to a black site, a government black site, after being told she was attacked by a ghost. It's nothing.
Probably also the cops. God damn it.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, I'll let you know what I figure out.
Okay. Stay safe. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Is that where it really ends? And it's showing this here as well. Waking dreams, hallucinations. Interesting. So my theory is the people that are suffering with WDH, they call that number or whatever, and then they're sent to this facility. But I think that facility where they're going to, they're I don't know to what end they're doing this with the whole door situation. I don't know what that could I always ask myself, to what end? Why would they do that? Are they feeding some kind of entity, some kind of demon entity? Why would you want... Because I believe that what's happening is they get these people that see these ghosts, waking ghosts or whatever, these waking hallucinations, send them to this facility because they're more, what's the word I'm looking for? Prone, let's just say, I don't know if that's the right word I'm looking for, to seeing this black door. And when they go through this black door, we don't know what happens, but they just stop existing. They go missing. And what I mean, my question is why? Why is that something that they want to happen? Is this an evil company? So yeah, that's my only why are they doing this? They've created this product, right, that allows you to view your dreams back. I think that's what it does. But there's something within this actual thing that puts something into your brain, and then once you see it, it's like a cognito hazard, and you can't help but keep seeing it. So for that guy, it was that dude, I think, with the weird patches guy. The other guy was talking about this black door, and that seems to be a common theme among, this series, is that door. Why do they want to open that door? And obviously there was the whole legal video saying if you've been affected by this, call this number. But what if that's just also a cover up, that you call it, you go meet these people, and then you're sent away? Why would you want to be sent through this door? Why do they want you to go through this door? To what end? You know what I mean? But there's probably things that I'm not connecting at the moment that you guys could probably tell me in the comment section down below. But I really, really enjoyed this analog horror. This is refreshing. This is something new. It's very, very unique and interesting idea. Dreams already are pretty freaking confusing and mysterious, and then mixing them with this thing that can amplify them and create demons in your head and doors that don't exist that make you go missing. I love that kind of stuff. So guys, be sure to go subscribe to Somnium Dream Viewer. Well, I mean, they've stopped uploading now, but still go and support them by liking the video. Go watch the videos for yourself. I'll pop the playlist in the description down below for you guys to check out. If you enjoyed my reaction, why not leave a like rating down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.